Hey, how's it going? Good evening, everybody. So yeah, okay, cool. I think we're live. Um, I decided to try to do a dual stream this evening, so I'm live over on Twitch as well. I don't really know who's all tuning in from where. I'm assuming the comments will tell me that. I haven't used the streaming service very much, so. I do know that I am on a 2-hour time limit for this live, so we won't stay over too late tonight for all you East Coasters. But we have some West Coasters, so you know. Oh, okay, here we go. So can I see? Yes, so I can see they're coming from YouTube. Hey, thanks for joining in. Yo, hey Brian, thanks for popping in, dude. I appreciate it. I just wanted to kind of get on to a live stream, show off some spooky stuff that I've gotten in like the last week. I got really lucky and found some really neat deals on some really cool like horror spooky type stuff that kind of fits the season pretty well. uh and just figure we'd hang out and maybe talk a little bit. But yeah, so I went to Big Lots a few days back. I'm still lucky enough to have one where I'm at, and I got this one. I don't know if anybody has seen this before. It's called Kicking Blood, but it was like $3, and it's a vampire story. Like it's a vampire movie, so or a vampire love story. But I figured it's probably pretty bloody. It's rated R, I believe, or it's not rated. It's not rated, so I'm not really sure. How this one is, but I that's how I started the week out, was going to Big Lots and finding this bad boy. I thought that was pretty cool, So, and I got a mixture of games and movies this week that are all kind of like horror based, so that was pretty cool. Hey Nanette, thanks for joining tonight. Yeah, if we get a few people in here, I might have a digital code to give away or something. It just kind of depends. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to get on here, maybe see what everybody was getting into for a Saturday night. I didn't see many people that I follow live, so figured we'd pop on and see what's up. Okay. All right. So this one came from Limited Run, and what this is this is actually a replacement for a game that I got a few months ago. And I was kind of excited to get it replaced. That's for sure. If you followed my channel, you might know. Hang on, let me pop in here real quick. Hey Tony, thanks for popping in. I know it's kind of late, so I got you up past your bedtime, but I appreciate you being here. Supposed to do a live stream. Yeah, I would probably cancel it if my throat hurt too, or if I had too much of a massive headache. But yeah, this next spooky thing that I got is another game. Now, I haven't actually opened any of these. I just kind of cut them with the box cutter, because there's something about opening with a box cutter on a live that I just don't feel comfortable with doing. But this one, okay, so this came from Limited Run, and I did a video about it before the summer ever happened. And they finally sent my replacement disc. I keep it right there. And what's in there are CDR discs. They're just burnt CDs. So the game is not playable in like half the consoles that it's made for. So they sent me a replacement for it. See if I can get that without a reflection. But it's D. And I think that's just a tear on the plastic. I do plan on opening this up and playing it, but I can keep my full box kind of sealed, so that's cool. But this is D for the 3DO console. So very cool, very cool. Very excited about that. I'm very excited to actually have a version I can play. My 3DO is like a one of the cheaper models, so it doesn't play burnt discs. It has to be a legitimate disc, and sometimes it even still struggles with that. I mean, it is like a 30-year-old console now with the original parts and disk drive. So let me roll in here to the comments. I've seen some others popping in. Let's see. Hi, Sarah. Welcome in tonight. Nah, I'm kind of on a, I say buying freeze. I'm kind of on a keeping my wallet tight because I got like 3 kids that are asking for some expensive things for Christmas this year, and I'm just trying to take care of them and all that. I I've actually never seen Trick or Treat, but I want to, and I'd love to get the Arrow. It's just I don't think any new releases are probably in the cards for me until after Christmas. I may get a couple Black Friday $10 deals to add to the collection, but in terms of adding a whole bunch of like new release big box arrows, anything like that, any kind of boutiques, I'm probably out of the boutique game for until after the first of the year. Very nice, Sarah. The Paramount Scares Volume 2. I would like to get that one. Um, but the 47, I'm even just a little tight for that 47, but that's a damn good deal on that. If you can get those Paramount box sets for like $48, I think it's about $48. It's like 47.99 or something. But if you can get those for that price, good price. Got some great movies in it. Just trying to roll past some of the highs in here. It's quite a bit. I love seeing that. Yeah, man. I'm trying my best not to keep up with the Joneses. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little hard sometimes to not keep up with the Joneses because I try my best to support everyone in the physical media community, and that includes people that get all the new day one releases and multiple copies of those day one releases. I just try to make sure I get the things that I really, really want. And the only thing that was really on my must-have list this year from the beginning of the year, and I've been waiting years for it, was the Hitcher release from Second Sight. I knew about that before I ever even knew who Second Sight was. So I'd waited years for that. And honestly, anything else this year can just kind of wait, you know. Yeah, the kids always come first, and my collection can always be budgeted to make sure that they get the things that they like first. So maybe someday in my retirement I can buy all of the movies and everything. But at that point, we'll be downloading them into a chip in our brain, maybe. But that's cool. I can watch movies in my dreams. That would be the idea. On a big search, huh? You looking for good stuff, Sarah? Got some more highs and stuff. Okay, cool, cool. We got some great people in here in the chat. I do appreciate everybody for popping in tonight. Like I said, I know on the East Coast it's pretty late. I just kind of wanted to do, my normal weekend video, but instead of doing a weekend video, I just thought I'd get on and hang out and do a live stream, test out this Eve Mux. They limit me to a 2-hour live anyways on this free version, so I won't keep anyone up too late. That's at least the guaranteed promise for tonight. But yeah, like I said, I got that Blu-ray and that D for the 3DO. Now, I went into Walmart the other night, and I know that I have a few people that watch me, and a few of my friends that have like PS5s. And if you have a PlayStation 5 with a disc drive, which we're all physical media people here, we should have PS5s with disc drives if we have those consoles. Check your Walmarts. I went into mine and they had a whole bunch of $15 um, PS5 games. It was really cool. Like some that I had been waiting for. Now this one that I got, it fits the horror time of the year perfect. I've been wanting to play this since it came out. It came out in March, and I'd kind of just been kind of holding off because everybody was saying that they are that it wasn't worth the full price. I think it was a $60 game. Oh, let's pause on that because check this out. I have a story about this. Yes, Terrifier 2's VHSs are back at Walmart. If anyone that knows me personally is anywhere near our local Walmart, go there and buy them right now. I do not have the funds to stock up. My local Walmart got 3 of them in stock, and I would buy them up just to turn around and resell them to people in the community for, the same price and, uh, the shipping. I wouldn't upcharge on it. But go check your Walmarts because my Walmart got 3 of them in. But we need to buy them quick because my Walmart spider wrapped every copy of Terrifier 2. They got 3 copies in, and all 3 copies have spider wraps on them. Now, if you're a collector and you've been collecting for a while, you know what that spider wrap is. That's that thing that's the wire that they wrap around the device. They'll put it on TVs sometimes, things like that. They don't do it on TVs too often anymore because they're so big to kind of get out of the store and whatnot. But they wrap them around. Well, the way that those things unlock is with a magnetic device because there's a magnet in there. There's literally a magnet strapped to each one of those VHSs at my Walmart, and they're erasing the VHSs as we speak. As we sit here, I have tears rolling down my face thinking about the fact that Walmart might be erasing all 3 copies of Terrifier 2 at my Walmart. So go check your Walmarts if they have them. Let's ask around in the community, see if there's anybody that's looking for a copy. If someone wants to get a hold of me, my PayPal is down in down in the description of my page, so that's an easy way you can reach out to me. You can send me the cost of what it would be on PayPal. We'll work some stuff out. I'll see what I can do about getting you a copy if you're looking for it. But I think most Walmarts probably got more in, which I figured they were going to do, which is why I told everyone months ago to please not pay. I think they were going for anywhere between $60 and $80 a VHS on eBay, and I was begging everyone to please not pay that. And now they're back in Walmart for $30. But like I said, your Walmart might be doing what my Walmart's doing and literally erasing the tapes, and we do not want that. So let's buy them up, guys. I had the same idea. I almost made a video today to buy for the community, but I didn't want it to turn negative. Oh no, I totally get you. But maybe we can talk about that in something that we got brewing. A little plan that we got brewing together. Maybe we can kind of bring that up as a topic within the stream. I don't want to give too much away on that before we get some things actually said and planned. I'm trying to get this comment to show. Hey, Tiana. I couldn't get your comment to pop up, and I don't know why. Some highs. I'm trying to stock up on my dips on movies. I'm between Walmart and Amazon. No, I totally get that. I try to collect video games too, and then movies and all that. So for me, trying to make sure I can kind of collect a little bit of all of the things that I like, I tried to budget shop as much as possible. Sadly, I miss out on some of the really cool stuff. Like I'm sure I'm missing out on the Trick or Treat box set with Ozzy Osbourne, and I'm probably going to miss out on the Arrow Trick or Treat box set as well, but it is what it is. Maybe after Christmas I can get lucky and pick up the Cell Arrow because I do like the Cell, but I literally just bought the Cell on Blu-ray at like the beginning of the summer, like April or May, maybe June. I bought the Cell on Blu-ray for about $10, so of course it got an Arrow. But hey, I like the movie enough. I'll probably re-get it. And they got they got some other stuff too. Spooky pickups, yes, some spooky dooky pickups. I don't know if you were here for the beginning of them, but I picked up this at my Big Lots for about $3. It's a vampire love story, according to the case, and it had a really nice slipcover. So if some people don't want me to beat you with a slipcover on one of Bob's tournaments, Bob, bring those back, buddy. Uh, Go to your Big Lots and check it out because I'd hate to beat you on a $3 slip. But it looks like it'd be a fun time. A vampire love story. I don't know. It might be all right, but I figured for $3, I'll give it a try. And then there was this as well. They replaced my D disc from Limited Run, the one that I complained about a few months ago, Tiana, where they had CDR discs inside, just basically burnt CDs, and that some of the consoles, because this was made for the 3DO, some of the consoles won't read burnt discs because they just don't. So they finally made it right, and they sent me an actual legitimate pressed disc for the console. So I'm going to open this bad boy up, and actually, I mean, we can open it up right now because I'm going to open this one up and play it. And I don't want anybody in my comments saying that I don't open any of the things that I buy. So I did not open up the limited collector's edition, because by the time I got it, I already knew that it wasn't a disc that I could use. And it wasn't a legitimate disc, and that they were going to replace it and not ask me to send it back. So I just wanted to keep it in its box and just kind of keep it as a shelf piece. And that's exactly what it's going to be, because this is going to be the one that I play with. I got to be careful about how I speak certain words. So it's in a really funky case, but this is cool. There's the first disc. Let's see. Is it a pressed disc? It's a pressed disc. Limited Run did right by us after we all had to cry and bitch about it. Excuse my language. 2 discs. Hey, and then they have oh wow. It's so tight in there. I remember when they used to do this with CD cases. The CD cases would be so tight, you'd get a little bit of markings on the book from the CD case. I mean, there's really nothing we can do about that. That's just part of the case. But hey, I mean, it's got a full color manual. I mean, they went all the way back to like the 90s on this. This is pretty tight. I like it. It has the little controller in there with all the buttons. So I've only ever played this game on the PlayStation 1. And I have like a VHS tape around here somewhere that my uncle made for me back in the 90s. He used to do like full game walkthroughs before YouTube existed and before like game walkthroughs were a thing. He did a couple of those for me and my brothers when we were growing up. So we have a few VHS tapes of like full on gameplays, and this is one of them. And I only ever watched that and played the game on the PlayStation. So this will be nice to be able to play it on my 3DO. But it also came with the soundtrack, which I thought was really cool. I'm a big CD guy, obviously. These are all CDs, and these are not all of my CDs. These are just CDs, though. But the CD soundtrack is I guess it's 3 discs. The case is a little bit funky. It's almost like they don't know how to do these old school cases, but I'm not going to cry about it because it's holding 5 discs. Like, there's 5 discs in this. So it's a 3-disc soundtrack. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's I'm not going to cry about that. That's pretty tight. So this is, like I said, what they initially was trying to sell us when they first announced it is really nice. It's just that they had to put them on burnt discs. So they were trying to get away with just doing CDRs. And that's kind of, I'm not going to lie, that's kind of shady from a company that charged me like, I think it was either $69.99 or $79. I'm going to probably go with the $80. To be fair, in my life, I never got the chance to buy a brand new 3DO game before. So I was just freaking ecstatic to be able to buy a new 3DO game. Oh, I might not be able to get this back open to get the book in here. So yeah, those are what I've showed off so far, Tiana. I was actually just about to open up the game. the other game that I got. But hang on, let me pop through here real quick. Yeah, Cal, what's up, dude? Thanks for popping in. I don't know how far behind I am. There's some highs, If I roll through those, what VHS? I missed it. Oh, I didn't show off a VHS. I was just talking about, the VHS that I was talking about, Terrifier 2. They have it back in Walmart. Um, at least my Walmart has it. Last Movie Standing, Brian, he's in here this evening. His Walmart has it too. My Walmart got 3 of them in stock, but my Walmart wrapped each one of them in those spider wraps. So there's a magnet on each side of the tapes. So if we don't buy them quick and get them to take those magnets off, they're going to erase the tapes and they're going to be garbage. And the tapes actually work. They actually have the movie on the tape. That you can go check out Last Movie Standing. He made a video doing comparisons. The Terrifier 2 tape is completely legit. So we got to make sure we save those before Walmart erases them. I try to never stop collecting either. I have kids that I'm raising that are turning into collectors as well, so I have to kind of feed their collections a bit. So I have to make sure to kind of balance mine. And I am I'm not stingy when it comes to like trying to make sure that I can get them cool things too. I have enough cool shit already as it is. I like to continue to get more cool stuff, but I'll never be like upset with, oh, I can't get all the new stuff and get it all. Like I'd never get upset. I have a lot. Like this is quite a bit, and you can kind of see a box here. I think there's going to be a video coming soon of me. I'm building another shelf and I'm adding a third shelf because this whole wall in this room is going to be a movie wall, and I think I'm going to show off my movie wall because I'm rearranging my whole room. Vince, dude, thanks for joining in, man. I hope you're having a good night. Got some more highs. I passed on Trick or Treat box. Just bought the Terrifier box. Yeah, it was a lot, and honestly, I keep seeing it being shown off, and I'm getting the FOMO for it. But to be honest with everyone, I've not seen the Terrifier movies, so to me, they're not that it might not be worth the $135, and I'm kind of to keep myself tempered. I'm kind of in the mindset of 3 is selling so good and everyone loves it. There's going to be a 4th one. So I'll just wait for a big set for 1 through 4. I would love to have them all right now, but it's just not in the cards. The one thing that I'm upset about is that there is no standalone VHS of Terrifier 3, because I would probably bite the bullet and spend the $30 just to get the VHS of Terrifier 3 to go with my Terrifier 2. So that's kind of where I'm at with those. Like I said, I'm trying to be kind of picky of what I'm getting. Yay! Yay! I'm so happy. Did you like it? Please tell me you liked it, Tiana, please. Because Silent Hill to me is the bee's knees. It's bananas. It's so good. Now, I actually watched one of your favorite movies for the first time tonight, Tiana. I watched the Blob remake from 1988, I believe. I took it over to Mom's house and watched it with her this evening. Good time, good time. Davey, what's up, dude? Thanks for popping in. I'm actually surprised that you're free enough to pop into someone else's live stream. You're always so busy streaming, guy. If you guys are not subscribed to Davey, please subscribe. If one of my wrenches could please throw Davey's chat or I'm sorry, Davey's channel into the chat, please. I would really appreciate that because I do not know how to do that in this studio. I would appreciate that. Thank you. Some more highs. Show off your CDs sometimes. Okay. I'll have to do I might have to do like a couple different parts only because the way my CDs are kind of organized is it's a little different. So this is like, well, let's just say I have a whole shelf of CDs over on this other wall. That's all of my ICP and ICP adjacent CDs, and then this is just everything else. And I think I have more of those than I have of these. So it would be a couple parts, but I'd be down because I love CDs. Everybody says CDs are coming back. I never stopped collecting CDs. I love CDs. And I recently, in the last 4 or 5 years, started dipping my toes a little bit in vinyl. That's basically, I leave that for gifts from people, because if I don't buy a bunch, they remember what they buy me and they can continue to buy me them for gifts. That's a collection that I don't temper with too much. I don't talk softly. I do tend to talk fast. It's hard to understand my words. Yeah. If you knew me in person, you would ask how I do not slow down on in person as much as I do on my videos and on live streams. Because in person, I'm jabberjaw. Oh, I know. I know Tiana. That I know it's one of your favorites. That's why I had to tell you that I watched it. I think I seen it on your letterbox not too long ago, but I know on one of your latest videos, which if someone wants to throw Tiana's channel down in the stream or in the chat, that would be great too. She did a video earlier, and I think she was showing off her 4K of the Blob. More organized. Yeah, honestly, it's not too bad. Most of my spaces that are in my rack are because there's somewhere in that section there's musical artists where there's more CDs of theirs that I want, so I've left some spots for growth, because I filled it all up and put it all in alphabetical order one time, and then I realized, hey, I just thrifted and bought like 3 new Linkin Park CDs, and there was nowhere to put them without moving my whole rack down. So I'm like, okay, when I go to redo my rack, well, I might want to leave a few spots here after like artist ABCD. I'll leave like 6 open here and a few open here. So I got a few open spots, mainly just for more artist CDs to fit in those spots. But it's all alphabetized down to from artists down to like compilations, like now CDs and movie soundtracks and stuff like that. Because I got movie soundtracks and video game soundtracks and stuff like that. I'm not very prejudiced on the types of CDs that I'll buy, unless it's just music that I don't like. Like I'll buy a CD for a single on it, mainly because CDs are like $1 or $2 now, and digital songs, if you still can buy them, I don't even know if you can. They used to be 99 cents a song, and maybe iTunes is still 99 cents, but I'll pay $1 or $2 for the CD and just get a bunch more songs. Nice, nice, dude. Halloween 3. I mean, I'm wearing my Michael shirt tonight. I got this bad boy from Walmart. It's a Walmart special, but it looks really cool. It's a Halloween 2 shirt. Um, Halloween 3 is one of my favorites. I put it right up there with Halloween 1. I enjoy it quite a bit, and I always have. When it was introduced to me, it was introduced to me ahead of time as this is the one without Michael. And when I originally watched all the Halloween movies and they were introduced to me from my uncle, we watched them as 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and then H2O, I don't believe was out yet, because I watched H2O as like a DivX rental disc or something in 98 or something like that. I can't quite remember, but I watched it on home release for the first time when it was a new release. But I watched them without, and then he showed me 3 after he showed me all the Michael ones. And I don't think he ever really, I always wondered why we went to 4, and he just told me there was a reason for it, and I'd know later. And then when we got to it, he showed me 3 afterwards. So I was able to get a certain respect for it as a different movie, you know? It's kind of the cool thing to like that movie now. But I've always thought it to be the cool thing. So if you like it and you dig it, I do too. Like I'm fine. I love that. Two bookcases behind my couch, then one by my window, another bookcase next to my TV. I have a cabinet, one on my, well, yeah, for horror. Yeah. I mean, you guys have kind of seen just about all of my shelving at this point because where I used to sit, I had the whole wall of the shelves that were built into the wall. And then these are all going to be bookcases along this wall. And it's going to be basically a total of 6 of these bookcases all along the wall for all the movies. So it'll be pretty neat. Like I said, I think I'm going to show some of that off. The 90s remakes were on point. The Thing, The Fly, The Blob. Yes, yes. So I've seen The Thing, and now I've seen The Blob. I have not seen The Fly. I always wanted that Scream Factory box set, though. So I'm kind of just like hanging out for that one. My record store got some of the movies in, but they were loose without the box set. And it was, I think he got The Fly and The Fly 2 and then Revenge of the Fly, but he didn't get all the movies that were in the box set. It was like 3 loose ones, but it was the Scream Factory releases, but it was like loose copies, like somebody broke their box set up, which is a sin. And since it's fun, I should probably be watching The Fly. I'm a few minutes behind. I do apologize. Boutique. Yep. Which, if you guys can kind of see my background a little bit, all my boutique is basically right here. Like I got my Kino and my Arrow, which not all my Arrows here because I have a big horror stack up front of movies I'm watching for like my horror watch list. So none of my horror movies are basically on my shelf right now. But this is all my boutique right here because I got all my Criterions and stuff. So I don't have that many boutique. I'm kind of new to the boutique game, and I'm still gonna tiptoe around it. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Sarah. Every sub helps. Every sub is nice. Good. There we go, Nanette. Okay, cool. I love it. I love them. I love that we're sharing the love. We got Tiana's in there. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Dude, yes. Okay. So I actually, excuse me, like most all of the 2000s remakes. The Friday the 13th remake, The Hitcher. Like I love the original Hitcher. Obviously, if you paid any attention to any of my talking on my channel in the last like 3 months, you know that I love The Hitcher. I even love the remake. Even as much of a fan of The Hitcher as I am, the remake was on point. You got the Hills Have Eyes remake. You got the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, which isn't great, but they could have actually done worse with it. I watched it recently for a rewatch for a live stream, and if they could have done worse with it. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, amazing. Uh, the Black Christmas remake is good. The shit, dude, I'm probably even missing some. But you're right, they were on point. The one that me and you were talking about, Brian, which I'd love to sit down and talk to you more about that. I need to watch the movie again, even because I really enjoyed it. But that was When a Stranger Calls. I've not seen the original. I like that remake so good. And then you were like, dude, the original is not really anything like that. If you like the remake, don't watch the original. So now I'm not going to watch the original because I like the remake so much. But you're right. Like those 2000s remakes, they don't get the respect they deserve. I've seen some of it, Sarah, and some of your videos. I don't get around to watching a lot of videos anymore. I'm real busy creating my own now. I try to do my best to support everybody a little bit. If you're releasing multiple videos in a week, I might get to hit one of them up in a week. Nanette, thank you. Thank you for following all these links that we've shared tonight. These links, these are all my friends. They all make great content. So I hope you pop in and check out their content. Checking out their content is just as awesome as subscribing. and you've never seen the remake for The Hitcher. Okay, so the problem with the remake for The Hitcher, and the reason why you can't see it, is because it's kind of hard to find it to watch. In the United States, there is no Blu-ray for it. There is a Canadian Blu-ray that is um, region free. Obviously, Canadian is the same region as us, so you don't have to worry about that. But it's a region free French release or whatever, Canadian release. Uh, but it got caught on. Like, people caught on to the fact that there was the Canadian release of the Hitcher remake in Canada. So now it's out of print and it's like mad expensive. The last time I looked it up, it was like $75 or $95 for it. So it's basically stuck on DVD. I am actually kind of lucky. I have a couple HD DVD players still in my possession, and I have that movie on HD DVD. And oh my goodness, the Hitcher remake looks amazing on HD DVD. Which, Brian, if you have a way to watch it because you like it more than the original, um, if you have a way to watch it in high def, I don't know if you have that Blu-ray, man. I got to talk to you about that because, like I said, the HD DVD looked really good. And going back and looking at some of like earlier reviews, there's a lot of reviewers that would say the HD DVD versions look better than Blu-ray versions. So I may technically still have the best version of the Hitcher remake, which is kind of crazy to think about. Like I said, I quite enjoyed it. Now, I haven't watched it. I think I watched it last Halloween, and I did not watch the original Hitcher last year because I was just holding out for the 4K remake. And I've watched the original 4 times. I've logged it on Letterboxd 3 times, and one time I just didn't count it because I'm like, I don't need to put it on my Letterboxd 4 times in like 2 weeks. But I really like the original. I just needed to get my money's worth out of that release. I need to go back and watch the Hitcher remake. I'm running out of spooky days. I'm running out of days to watch spooky movies. I mean, you can watch them anytime, but my watch list for November, my idea for November, won't really allow me to watch a lot of movies I've already seen because of the challenge I'm giving myself for November. I don't like the remake to Nightmare on Elm Street movie, but there's a reason. I thought that the person that played Freddy was on point, but for that movie to work, the actors that played the other characters have to be on point, and they were not. They were horrible. Okay, so I liked the movie overall because they could, like I said, they could have done. Well, I don't say I like the movie overall. I forgive the movie overall because it could have been worse. I actually like the way that Freddy was done in the movie. Of course, it's not going to be the Freddy we all know and love because no one will ever be Robert Englund. It's just not. It's just not going to happen. Um, like I said, I recently rewatched all the Nightmare on Elm Streets back to back to back for a live stream that I did over on my friend Mega Mike's channel. So look up Mega Mike the Movie Man. I'm on a live stream over there where we rank all those. That was a fun stream. Uh, but uh, I did not like Nancy. Nancy, how long have I been going? Okay, I can drop that word. Nancy was annoying as fuck. There we go. I can drop that F bomb. She was terrible. She was terrible. She was terrible. You're right. Horrible acting out of most of the actors in that movie. It's coming real soon. Good. I'm ready to hear your thoughts on it, man. Because I want to know, like, I know you were telling me some of the stuff about the DVD versus like the Blu-ray that we have. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the Blu-ray that we have mainly because, I mean, I got it for like $7 at uh Big Lots. I think $6 or $7. I think it was like 6 because I probably got it on a sale too. But I did not have. I only had I Know What You Did Last Summer on a DVD, so it looks way better than my DVD. My DVD is part of a 3-pack that was like a full screen, no surround DVD, like mono, and at least this one has a 5.1 and it's 1080p on the disc. There's not any special features, but I mean, the movies are all there and they all sound pretty good. But there were things that you pointed out to me that I actually don't think about as a collector or a movie watcher. And I liked that. I liked that you pointed something out to me that I didn't realize. You know what I mean? I never realized things about like chapters and getting to certain parts of movies quicker and things like that. So you bringing that to my attention opened my eyes up to it opened my eyes up to how other people perceive how they watch movies. So I appreciate that because I had never really thought about, well, this DVD has more chapters than this Blu-ray has. And to some people, being able to get to certain parts of a movie is more is important to them, because if they want to show a certain part of a movie to a friend, they want to be able to get to that part. And that's just not something I had thought about, you know? So I'm very excited to see what your whole video ends up being about. Because like I said, I had never seen that movie before, and I quite enjoyed it this year. Both of them, yes. Yeah, I might need to at least track it down and see what it's all about, but it may not rate very high according to what I've heard about it. I do not like the remake to Black Christmas, either one of them. I prefer the original and only it. Okay, so I have to look on Letterbox because I may have watched Black Christmas. I may have streamed it because I don't own the original Black Christmas, but I believe I may have streamed it before I watched the 2006 remake. But I picked up the 2006 remake on a this is a cool looking DVD cover, and then I did a little bit of research and realized that not only was the DVD that I had a cool DVD cover, but it only existed on DVD. And that's about the only DVDs I'm buying in 2024. Like, I'm not putting my nose up to it. If I need to watch a movie for a stream or a watch along or something, and I find a DVD for $1, or it's just a movie that I really like if I find The Mask on DVD for like $2, I'm buying The Mask on DVD, because that was like the biggest oversight in my collection when I went to go make a video about movies from 1994. That was the biggest oversight in my collection, was that I didn't have the Mask. That's one of my favorite movies from 1994. It kind of upset me. So if I find that, I would still buy that. But for the most part, my DVD purchases are just if they're stuck on DVD, I'm grabbing it up, because I'm kind of hoping that the Blu-ray curse starts working for the DVD curse. If I buy it on DVD, it comes to Blu-ray finally. I'm hoping to put that into the universe, because there's so many movies that are stuck on DVD that, yeah, a 4K would be nice, but at least give me a Blu-ray. I've been buying Blu-rays since 2006. Like, there's movies that I have been craving on Blu-ray for a long time. I love my 4Ks. This is all 4K right here. That's all 4K. I love my 4K movies. I'm not going to lie. I got a nice 4K collection. I buy them. I do. But there's movies that at the very least deserve to get a Blu-ray at this point in time. So I just think that I'm just hoping that maybe I can kind of add to the, if I buy it on DVD curse, it'll do the Blu-ray. Because I bought Ricochet on DVD. It was in a cardboard snapper case DVD, and boom, it gets a Kino Lorber 4K announcement. So some of those things kind of happen sometimes. I found the Hitcher remake Blu-ray for 50. Yes, dude, that's a huge win, because even when it was affordable, that the reason why I didn't buy it is because the affordable price to get it on Amazon when it was still readily in stock was like $27, $28. And knowing that I had the AC DVD, I didn't need it. But if you have the Hitcher remake DVD, keep it too. The Blu-ray has a making of and so much. Okay, now check this out. I don't know. I need to dive deeper into this, because I don't know about it. But my HD DVD of The Hitcher is one side HD DVD and the other side DVD, and it does have special features on it. And I do wonder if the special features are on the HD DVD side, possibly in high definition. Even if they're not, if they're in standard def, being on the Blu-ray disc, outputting in 1080p, they may upscale a little bit better. or not Blu-ray disc, on the AC DVD side. So they're on the high def side. I need to look into that because, like I said, I don't think about the special features that much like that unless I'm kind of splurging on a release for the special features, and I don't do that too often. But that's something to keep in mind because, like I said, I still have the DVD, but I almost think that the remake should be getting a 4K at some point. It's Universal, and they do pretty good about giving us their catalog titles. There's just something about from like 2004 to like 2007, early 2008. There's just a handful of movies that are just like stuck on DVD. It's so odd. Yes, yes. With the Weinsteins, the original is an absolute classic, can't be replaced. But I have fun with that. Dude, that '06 remake was fun. Now, I haven't seen the new one with the girls and stuff, but I believe my mom would probably know because she checks out the Voodoo as much as I do. But I believe I ended up getting a code for that somehow. So I have access to watch the 2018 remake, but I don't think, from what I understand, I don't think it's one that I may have to add to my collection physically. I'm fine with some movies just having access to on my Vudu. If I lose it, I lose it. I'm okay. There's just some movies I'm okay with that because there's positives and negatives to both. I'm one that has had discs succumb to disc rot. Like I had some Warner Brothers stuff kind of succumb to disc rot, and I've had a couple Blu-rays just go bad in my collection. And there are some Blu-rays that I bought in like 2006, 2007 that just stopped working. So I see that there's still a nice reason to have a backup for digital. So the original one is on Tubi. Cool, cool. Because I use Tubi from time to time. Yeah, the black. Well, yeah, yeah. Let us know. Let us know. I'm interested in knowing about that because sometimes when I go back and rewatch movies, I have a completely different completely different outlook on them. And the older I've gotten, the more forgiving I am for like things in movies that I just criticize so much. Because when I was a little younger, I used to criticize things. I'm like, well, this is stupid. Why do people like this action blow up fake? Like, this is stupid. Like, this isn't real. And I've kind of come to the fact that I give up on that snobby stuff and I just start to appreciate movies for what they are, fun times. But doing drama in high school and doing the thespian thing, I kind of got a little nose up at certain things for a few years. And I have started to come around and be more forgiving and give more different films a try. So it really opens your mind when you go in just being like, well, maybe I'll have fun with this. To Webster, I'm going to get a new phone. I'm leaving first of the month, November. I'm back Saturday afternoon. I don't know how. Very cool. Very cool. We'll have fun at the volleyball tournament. Let us know how you do. I'm sure you'll do pretty good. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I think I've seen the original Black Christmas. I know for sure I've seen the remake, but I think I watched the original on streaming before I watched my remake on DVD type of deal. But my DVD, the reason why I was saying that the Black Christmas remake DVD was so cool is because the one that I have is a Blockbuster rental exclusive, and I'm a sucker for Blockbuster rental exclusives if I can find them. If I can get my hands on them, I'm gonna grab them up. Yeah, yeah, Sarah, look for it. Like I said, it's a good one. It has a nice 4K out from Scream Factory if you're talking about the original, and if you're talking about the remake, it's probably pretty cheap to get because it's only on a DVD, I believe, the 2006 one. Yo, Frank, thanks for popping in, dude. Um, I appreciate it. Yes, yes. So I have a little bit of a Thanksgiving and a little bit of a Christmas horror list going on for this year already. I'm already starting to work some stuff in and work some stuff out for those. Um, I have I have those, but I like to do a little something in November. I did it last year and I did a watch list and I did 30 movies. I think that's how many, yeah, 30 days in November. So I did 30 movies. I did a movie a day And last year, and I think I'm almost on par for this year too, 2 movies a day on average of horror movies in October. So I want to calm it down in November. And last year I did a new to me November, where every movie I watched in November, I was going to watch 30 new movies, whether it was a new movie on streaming or a new movie from the collection. I tried to, in the back of my mind, as I was choosing the movie, to kind of jump between pulling a movie off my shelf I had never seen versus finding something maybe new on one of the streaming services I pay for. So that way I can kind of utilize, a little bit of everything. Uh, and I think I'm going to do something similar to that, but I'm going to cut it down to like 14 days. So I can do like 14 days of like a Thanksgiving list, maybe. Um, or, a few days of that. And then I want to do a Christmas horror list because I did a Christmas list last year and I mixed it up between like horror and family friendly movies. Cause, being a dad and everything, Frank, sometimes you just have to watch family friendly movies too. And there's a lot of really good Christmas family friendly movies that I had never seen. So I threw a few in last year. I'm sure there's a few more I can throw in this year too. Got some more highs in here. Nice. I bet that's a great job. I love going to YMCA. They used to make a song about that, it's a great song. Yo, Garrett. Hey, thanks for popping in. 3 minutes. Hey, I hope you're still here. I appreciate you popping in, dude. And I really appreciate you always saying hi to me when I pop in your chats. Your chats are always popping off. There's always a lot of people in there chatting and everything amongst all the chatters and everything. So I always appreciate that. If I have a question that is of topic that you try to touch on it, or you try to bring up a point that I make, I always appreciate that because you got a lot of people in there making a lot of good points. So I always appreciate when you pick mine. And again, thanks for popping in here tonight and hanging out for a bit. I know you're a busy guy. Yeah, there's some that I'm gonna pass that I'm passing by that I know I'm gonna miss out on. Yeah, man. I should be in the chat for a bit. So a lot of times, so there is a YouTuber that I watch. My buddy Bob. He does a stream every Tuesday as well. And I usually try to watch 2 streams at a time if I can. What I'll do is like, I'll usually go live. Like I'll usually find somebody on my phone and then I'll like chat a bit, let people know I'm in the chat. And then I might throw that stream up on the TV. So I'm still there listening and being like a part of the stream in a way, like I'm still trying to support. And then I'll go on my phone, I'll go into another chat and I'll sit there and chat for a bit. And then I kind of flip flop so that way I can kind of listen to a little bit of everybody and do a little bit of support for everybody. So, and you, Frank, dude, you've been getting some amazing channels together, dude. Like, I've been very, very impressed with like the culmination of panels that you've been gathering. I really hope to someday be able to get a nice panel together for a stream or two. I get to watch a lot of really cool streams to get a lot of really cool people together. So I'm hoping that maybe someday I can get a few good panel streams. I've had a handful with like me and 2 other people or so. I've never done more than me or 2 people, so I don't know how you do 5, Frank. But good on that, my guy. Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you too. I appreciate your support, man. You make great content, Garrett. You do, man, and I appreciate everything you do over there. You make good content. You don't add to the FOMO. You don't add to the negativity. You're just trying to talk about stuff that you find to be awesome, like and you're open and honest about things. About the whole not double dipping on Scream Factories. You don't need to upgrade every single one of them. You're one of the few people out there talking about that. Like, I know there's plenty of people all the time showing off the new Scream Factory 4K, and they got that Scream Factory Blu-ray already sitting on their shelf, and you're just like, man, they're not gonna fleece me. So I appreciate you got a following like you do, and you're out there saying those words. So I appreciate that, man. I do. Oh, that's cool, Sarah. Yeah, for sure, Frank, man. Like I said, I appreciate your I enjoy your content, um, and I always appreciate all your support, man. You always pop into my live streams. You're always liking my statuses and stuff, and commenting on in my comments and stuff. There's so many people that you could be watching on YouTube. So even if you give me a couple minutes of your time, I'm grateful for it. Um, so anybody that's in here late, these are the two things or not late, but like a little bit later and wasn't here at the beginning. These are the two things that I showed off so far that I've picked up in this last week. Like I said, I got a few things that I've got that are spooky. I got this D game. This is like a first person survival horror before Resident Evil. It's kind of click and pointy ish if I remember correctly, but this is for the 3DO. For the 3DO console, I do have one of those. My the original one that I got from them was a burnt copy that would not play on my 3DO console because my console is a launch console or a earlier console that does not play it. And then this was just a really cool slipcover horror movie. Now the next thing I was going to open up, this is really cool. So I got this at Walmart. I went into Walmart the other night and they had a couple clearance games, and it didn't say clearance. They didn't have like an orange clearance sticker on it. It just said $15, and my mind was blown. I'm like, no way! Like I left my cart just sitting there with my stuff in it. I went running up to their little counter because they gotta unlock their game case, and then you gotta go up there. You gotta go up there and purchase that game separate. So you gotta get you gotta do like two transactions while you're at Walmart because they don't want to check out all your extra stuff in electronics when you got like sodas and pizzas and you're trying to get stuff for a party and whatever. But I got this. I got this PS5 game for $15. Now this came out in March. It's not that old, and I believe it was a $60 game still. Most games are like 70 now, so it may have been 70. But it doesn't matter. It's on the PlayStation Store right now, I think, for 60. It doesn't matter because I got it for 15. But I've been wanting to play this because I played the original one on my 3DO. So this kind of ties to that. It's kind of cool how all this like showed up in my hands this week because I got the remake for Alone in the Dark for the PS5. I have been wanting to play this since they announced it. The main character in this game is modeled after David Harbour. David Harbour played the main character in this, and this is like a full on like story of Alone in the Dark. Of course, it's rated M for all that cool stuff that you like in a video game. But this is like I said, this is something that I've been excited to play for quite a while. I might actually get on and play this live soon before Halloween, just because this is horror. This is like a horror game, so it fits the season really well. Like I said, I was very excited to find this, and it was like I said, it was $15. It just comes up as video games, $15. So go check your Walmart if you do PS5 games. They had a handful of ones up there for like 15, $20. Now I know that I had asked dude, a PSP. Okay, I have the worst luck with PSPs, dude. If you find a PSP that works good luck, dude. Good luck, because I have 4 PSPs, and the only one I have that reads UMD discs, I have to put the UMD disc in, and it has to lay down flat. To play. I have that the only one that I have that plays UMD discs that I can hook up to a TV. I have an original PSP model that works perfectly fine. Disk drive works. It's perfectly fine. But I have 4 PSPs in total. One works fine handheld, but it doesn't hook up to a TV. Of my other 3, they all have TV output. Only one of them will go to a TV output, and for it to read the UMD disc, it has to lay on the disk drive because it doesn't shut correctly, and it's already been reshelled and I've tried to, like, I took it to a shop to get it repaired, and they couldn't get it repaired correctly, so they didn't charge me for it. But it's the PSP that I use to watch my UMD movies on a TV. I have the worst luck finding a PSP that, one, hooks up to a TV, and two, plays UMD discs. So if you find one, Brian, good luck, dude, because like I love my UMD collection. It isn't very big, it isn't very vast, but UMD movies are fun. Like they're fun to collect. Alone in the Dark movie. was pretty bad. Nice pick. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, the game. I think the game for $15, great pickup. And honestly, I wouldn't pay $15 for Ewan Bowles' movie of Alone in the Dark, but I would like to have. I would like to have that movie. I know it's not a good movie, but I would like to have that movie in my collection. It doesn't have to be Blu-ray. I would be fine with the DVD of it, only because I am. This is like a small little goal of mine. I don't think I've ever really said it on the channel, and I've not really told any friends about it. It's just something that's kind of in the back of my mind because I feel like I have a lot already. I need to go through my collection, kind of pull them out, but I kind of want to do a subset and collect every video game movie. I don't think format won't really matter so much. Obviously, I'd love to have all of them that are on Blu-ray on Blu-ray. I would at least like to have them on a disc, like a DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, whatever. But I think I'd like to collect all of the movies that are based off of video games. Because I think I have quite a bit of them already. And that's just a nice little subset. And that even includes the bad ones. And he made a lot of bad ones. I have one of his bad ones, the In the Name of the King, which is one of the better bad ones because Jason Statham is just the bomb in it, you know. Um, but he also did Postal, which is not the best movie, but it's fitting for the game series. And then he did Blood Rain, which isn't good, but I have a really soft spot in my heart for that movie, and I would love to get the 4K for Blood Rain. Like, I would absolutely love it. Dude, okay, so I will definitely tell you how Alone in the Dark is. I bet you're loving Silent Hill 2. If you do like a little short like review, shorts on YouTube are like 3 minutes now, dude. If you want to do like a little short review talking about your excitement and how much you're enjoying Silent Hill, I'll be one of those guys watching that short because I'd love to know what your opinion is on it because I know you were very excited to get it. So much so that you said content might slow on your channel because you'd be busy playing it. So I'd really like to hear what you think about it because I think Silent Hill 2 might be the other new release of the year video game that I try to get. I do believe it'll be on sale for Black Friday. And at this point, I've already waited a couple weeks. I can wait a couple more weeks and maybe get it for like $45 or $50 instead of, I think it's 70, right? So maybe I can save, 20, $25. It's going to be the same game regardless. But I have the original Silent Hill 2 a couple ways, and yeah, I have a hard time buying remakes for that full price. But I'd like to know your opinion on that. And Alien Isolation's dope. I have that on my PC and on my Xbox 360 or something like that, or PC and PS5 or PS4 or something. But I have it a couple ways. I don't know exactly which ways I have it, like which consoles I have it on. But they gave out, they kept kind of trying to give out Alien Isolation on free membership stuff, which was cool because it's a great game. It looks amazing if you can run it on a decent PC too. Cool. I might be. Oh no. Okay, sorry. I thought I was missing some streams. I've not used this setup very much. Oh, dude. So, how many American Pie movies came out in I mean, I don't want you to spoil your video. I'm sure you're going to show it off. But did more than just part 1 and part 2 come out on UMD? Because I would imagine part 1 and part 2 at least came out on UMD. But Universal actually supported the UMD format. So I wouldn't be super surprised if there was other ones. But how many of those made it out on UMD, man? Because like I said, I have a really soft spot for UMD discs, and I see there's quite a bit of social media influencers that have UMD discs and collect them, and they have way more than I have, and they have more of the AC DVDs as I do too. I don't find a lot of dead formats in my area. When I do, I'm usually the one buying them. Um, I live in the middle of like nowhere, so people don't collect things like that like I do. So I don't find them like that. But I'd love to know how many of those are out, but I'm sure you're going to show them off. Nice. Nice. That's a lot of videos. A movie. I mean, maybe, Davey. Like, I would say it's a slam dunk. But to be honest, I actually really enjoyed the Welcome to Raccoon City movie because I mean they could have the pacing was a little bit off and they could have like changed a few things about it, but that movie is essentially Resident Evil 1 and 2 games, the storylines kind of intertwining and becoming one story. I thought it fit the game perfect and I actually liked that movie. I don't dislike the Milla Jovovich movies, but as a fan of the games, and I say a longtime fan, like I remember being like a young kid playing Resident Evil. I believe my uncle had it on the Sega Saturn because it came out on the Sega Saturn first before it came out on the PlayStation 1. I believe I played it like like I didn't play it, but I sat in the living room with it being played. It was like watching a movie as a kid with the way that original one was. But the story for that Welcome to Raccoon City was basically perfect and perfectly in line with what it should have been, and nobody liked it. It wasn't considered a slam dunk. You and Steve? Yeah, Steve is the Criterion fellow, right? He does a lot of Criterions. If so, I like watching him too. And if you're talking about Steve Excelsior, he's great too. Wait, wait. There's a part 2? Okay, so I remember watching part 1 and I remember it being really bad. Like I remember back in like 2008 or 9 maybe I watched the DVD, and if I would have rated it back then, it would have been like a half a star out of 5. And I would have never thought of it to get a sequel or even need a sequel. So that's kind of surprising. Oh my goodness. I love, see, I, that's cool. I love the first one. I've not seen the second one or the third one, I don't think, but I do have 1 and 2. The DVD used to sit on my shelf, so I separate my DVDs by putting all my DVDs that are stuck on DVD together versus the ones that are not. And I recently moved Blood Rain 1 from the one shelf over to the other shelf, and Blood Rain 2 now sits where Blood Rain 1 used to, right where it doesn't have a Blu-ray. I think it does overseas, and I think they even have 3D Blu-rays. Other places in the world, but I don't have a Blu-ray region free player or anything like that. I just am stuck with a few discs that are region B. Nice, nice. Okay, dude. So it's coming from someone who is excited about it. Um, that's great to hear about Silent Hill for sure. About the Silent Hill 2 remake. That's awesome. Believe it or not. Okay, so I've heard really good things about the Rampage movies. I don't think I realized that those were him, but I've heard good things about them. Okay, so they brought out all of them up until UMD was dead, because I couldn't quite remember if Reunion was too new for the UMD format, but I was pretty sure that it was. But I am quite surprised that we got 4 of them. So that's really cool, and I'm kind of surprised by that. Dude, yes. Yes. I think so too. I really do. Like I said, if you're a fan of the original games, I really I really think that it's a good movie. Like, or at least it holds true to the story of the game. Yeah, is it? I do wonder that. I don't know what we're talking about. Original Dawn of the Dead, I know that's an expensive UMD. And so is the Halloween one. My local video game, like my retro game store, they used to take all their UMD movies in at just like 3 and 5 and $2. Like, it was crazy. Like, I never paid more than $5. Well, then they found like a movie collecting website that started giving them prices on UMDs, and they start looking them up on eBay. And well, I no longer buy UMDs from them because they have like a Halloween UMD in their case for like $35. And I'm sorry, but I have the original Halloween. Well, I only have the Scream Factory now because I gave my original Blu-rays, I passed them down to my kid. So I don't keep a lot of my old formats. I pass them down to my kid because he collects now too. So check it out. I highly say check out Welcome to Raccoon City. If you like the games, check it out. That's awesome, Jamie. So, like I said, I really want to check it out. I haven't really watched anybody play it. I've watched a couple people talk about it a little bit and show a couple screenshots, but for the most part, I'm trying to just keep it as like a vanilla play. But I love hearing people say that it's good. All three on DVD, and I like all three, but I'm known for, yeah, yeah. Like I said, I as at the age that I am now, and as many movies as I've seen, I've became a little more forgiving about bad movies. Sometimes I just go into a movie knowing that it might be bad, and I'm just like, hell, I'm gonna have a good time, and I'll give it that. I'll give it that. I'll have a good time. Yeah, what's cool about the Blood Rain DVDs is that I don't know the third one. Like I said, I don't have it, but Blood Rain 1 came with the Blood Rain 2 game on PC, and the Blood Rain 2 movie came with the Blood Rain 1 game on PC. It's kind of weird that they're like backwards like that, but they came with PC games. So honestly, that probably is the hardest part. I think I have one loose movie on UMD, and it's iRobot. I try to stay away from loose UMDs, but I do have I do have a few right here. Actually, funny enough, I do have a few of these little snap cases. I think I have like four of them, and I have three of them with games in them. I think this is one with games. Yeah, I have three of them with games in them, and then I have one for movies, and the one I think I only have one movie, and I believe it's iRobot. I may have another one or two loose ones, but I try not to mess with loose UMD movies too often. I like the Resident Evil movie, but it had a lot of B-rated actors and TV actors. Yes, it did. It did. But that's why they were trying to make it affordable so they could really make things look like it did in the game, I think. And I liked that. I really dug that. I never played the game. If I had the game player, I definitely would. Yeah, yeah, they're fun. They're fun. So yeah, that's those are some of the things that I got. And I know that I showed this off on the channel the other day. This is I got this box from Amazon. Now, this is the um Paramount Scares. I don't do a lot of the box sets. I really do think that I would like to collect these box sets because there's only 2 volumes. I don't have the Sony Pictures box sets, the Columbia Pictures box sets, any of that kind of stuff. Now that there's like 5 volumes of this one and 6 volumes of that one and whatever, it's too expensive to start it off as a new collector now. Or I'm not a new collector, but as a new to that um, to those sets. It's kind of hard to start those off now with this pricey as some of them have gotten. You can't get them all. These ones you kind of can, and they've gotten to a price where, for the most part, they're pretty affordable. And I chose this volume 1 set because, well, I know it's old news. I know it came out like a year ago. Like I said, I know it's old news. And I'm not usually the one to have the new shit here. I'm not always showing off all that new stuff. I'm just not. I try to stay excitable about things that I can afford, and I also am trying to make sure that I don't dox myself. Um, and so this is it. Like, I know that everybody's seen unboxings of it. Um, Amazon, this is just a box. There's nothing in there. There's no other stuffs. There's no other paper. They literally had this sitting on the bottom of the box and this sitting on the top of the box. I mean, luckily, it looks perfectly fine. Dude, this is kind of dope. Like, I didn't really expect it to be the size that it is. It's about the size of, no, it might even be smaller than that. I think they're smaller than those old school long box collectors cases. Like, I have a Willy Wonka one, which I'll be probably putting it out because once I get my third shelf up, I'm gonna put some of my tall box sets up here, kind of like where my uh, star is from my Mario Party or my Mario movie. But yeah, I got this volume 1 set. Now I grabbed it when it's $47.99 on Amazon. It may still be in stock. I will tell you, I have not really looked. I've only looked one other time since I bought it. This is so hard to see it. It's so shiny and plasticky, but man, this is nice. I mean, like I said, I know that everybody's kind of seen it already. Let me go ahead and get this bad boy opened up because I mean, I didn't buy it to like not open it. I don't know. I might have to get some tape if it's not glued to it, but I like to leave the J cards on them. So if the J card is just like kind of just sticking to it, I'll probably take some double-sided tape or roll some tape up and just stick it back to it. I've been doing that with some of my box sets because I love leaving my J cards and stuff on there. I like to keep my J cards and stuff on the boxes. Oh wow, the box even feels nice. Like I said, I know that this is like old news. Nobody really cares. We'll probably see an unboxing from me because, like, I mean, like I said, it's old news. Okay, cool. It's kind of glued to it, so it's not gonna just kind of slide off. That's nice. It is only a little stick of glue, so I might get another piece of tape and kind of tape it to the back because it's pretty okay. So the back of it is pretty much just black, anyways. So I think I'm just gonna get a piece of double-sided tape and just kind of tape it back to the box there because I like to leave my stuff like that, like it is. Plus, it keeps the barcode on it for me to scan it to the collection because that's how I'm gonna scan it in. But I grabbed this up. Like I said, it's $47.39 on Amazon, or it was. And then I wanted to get the volume 2 as well, but I just can't really afford it right now. With I have a lot of stuff going on with like my car, with and oil changes and stuff, and they got Christmas coming up with kids, and you got things you got to take care of. So, but I was able to get this. It was now it's not too shiny because all that plastic's off there. Look at how dope that is. Like, and I had a couple of the movies in this, but I'm actually going to send some of the films that were in here. They're upgrades. I only had one of them that wasn't an upgrade, and then the other one that I did have was an upgrade from like a standard Blu-ray because these are all 4Ks in this set. But yeah, it was 47 something, and I had Amazon. I had some Amazon affiliate or associate credit from links, and mainly I make that from my main job for what I sell from my main job. I make some Amazon affiliate credit, so I had enough credit. I got this box set down to $9.11. $9.11 is pretty damn good. Considering that I'm going to be able to make a gift out of it for a friend as well. And once I pay for the shipping, I'm only going to be about $15 maybe in total to get these movies and gift some stuff to a friend that would like to have some new movies in their collection. But right on the top, they got that Fangoria. That's dope. I love Fangoria magazines. I have a Devil's Reject Fangoria somewhere in here. I have to figure out where I keep some of my magazines. So I got magazines in a couple of different spots because I collect like Game Informers and stuff as well. But this is pretty cool. It's a straight up like Fangoria. That I think they're gonna probably put Fangorias in these box sets because there's a Fangoria in the Volume 2 set as well. So that's pretty cool. Like I dig that. We got a sticker pack, which I'm not gonna do anything with this sticker pack. They put it in like this Fuchs case type of deal to kind of sit it in there and keep it fluffed out. But it's cool. It's a nice sticker set. I dig it. So sticker for each of the movies. Um. Oh man, these are nice. I'm not even fronting. I kind of want to leave them in the box set, but then like I want to be able to have them on the shelf so they have easy access, which is all right because they have like these really cool spines. But they don't have the Paramount Scares logo on the spine, which I think is kind of a miss because like they have the Paramount, or does that say Paramount Scares? I don't think I don't think it does. I think it's just pictures. I might be able to see it better on the. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't think that says Scares. I think it just says Paramount Pictures. Yeah, but I believe that they're doing solo movies that are not a part of these sets, and they're putting a Scares logo on it. So that kind of stinks. But the artwork on this is cool. This is for Rosemary's Baby. I've never seen this. This is going to be a first time watch for me. Check this out. It's just the original cover art. Now, Rosemary's Baby. I am a Criterion collector. Rosemary's Baby has a Criterion Blu-ray that if I watch this and I like it enough, I may be keeping an eye out for like a used copy of Rosemary's Baby on Criterion because I do like filling out my Criterion collection, but I don't like to double dip that much. Uh, but if I like this movie enough, I might, and I can find it for a decent price. Criterion decent price is probably like, to me, a really good deal would be like $10 or $15 for a Criterion Blu-ray. So the next one on the stack is Smile, which we just got Smile 2 out. Now this is sweet. I dig this. This is a nice artwork. The backs of them are all right. Did I show this was the back of Rosemary's Baby. It's got the locket. So that's cool. All right, because I didn't know if it was swirls or what, but I see now what this is on the back. The back of this, I thought it was maybe a swirl that kind of went with part of the artwork, and it does, but there's like a smile in the blood, so that's cool. This was actually the one that I already had, but I had gotten it as a gift from a friend. They had upgraded it, or maybe they bought this set last year, so they had an extra 4K of it, and they gifted it to me. So I'm gonna pay it forward and gift the 4K back to someone else in the community. Um, they may know who they are if they're watching this, but they're already picked. Like, let me see here real quick. We got a couple comments popping in. Yeah. This is really nice. I'm really digging the box set. Um, don't tape it, bro. I used to do that. I keep J cards too. Get a custom protector for katana. Oh yeah, but the tape that I use, like I don't have. I don't. It doesn't do any damage to them because I don't use the I I use like the I can't remember what the tape is that I'm using, but I did it for my Arrow Chucky box set, and it holds the J card to it. I haven't done it on any other ones. I only do it on these certain boxes that feel like this box does. I don't know if you felt this box, Brian, but it has like this. It has this really like. It's really hard to explain it, but it's like a matte finish. I only tape to matte finish because it shouldn't rip it back off. It shouldn't rip it. Um, I just don't really have the money to buy extra cases and stuff for the movies. Like I'm already spending so much, like not really so much money on the movies. I mean, if I say it like that, then yeah, maybe I should do the investment. But I bought protector cases for Vinegar Syndrome movies, and they all pop open and they don't close right. And if that's what I'm looking at for cases, I'd rather just not even worry about it. I've been collecting movies for like 20 years and not bagged them or cased them up, so I'm not really too worried about them. And all my steelbooks, I think I have J cards for every single one of them except for ones that I bought used. I usually just keep them on there, and if I go to pull the movie out, it keeps it from like scratching up another one. So I don't usually tape them too much, but I was gonna just put a little bit of tape on here. What I need to do, I need to look it up. I don't know if anybody else has ever looked into this. That goopy stuff that they use to initially stick it to the back. If anybody knows what that is and we can find it on Amazon to order it, I'd buy that. And I would just take a little dab of goop and just take, because honestly, they have it on the one side here, right? On the one side of this box. They have it on this side holding it right here. If I just put another dab, just, right there, and this stuff never rips the box like what they dab onto it. At least as far as I know, I've never had them rip the box before. So, but I try. Like I said, I'll see what I can do. Got some links in there. I love Fangoria magazine, but Pet Cemetery is one of my favorite movies. Yes, Pet Cemetery is great. That's the next one in this one. This one's got a really cool slipcover too. I really dig this slipcover for this one. And the back of it has the kite from the kid. I love this movie. This was not one that we had here. I did not have this on Blu-ray 4K, nothing. I just, for some reason, never bought Pet Cemetery. I've watched it with my wife several times, but I think every time we go to sit down and watch it, we're just able to find it somewhere streaming. So sometimes I just don't think about it. But yeah, the Pet Cemetery, I'm very happy to have this one because I love this film. You've never seen Rosemary's Baby, you're in for a ride. You're in for a ride. I'm not going to say you're going to be in for a treat because some people don't like that movie. I have heard that. I think I had told my mom that this was in the same box set, and she said, "Whew, Rosemary's Baby might be a hard watch." Let's see here. Sorry, I was trying to get through some of the conversation in the chat. Movies and steelbooks. Yeah. We like some Stephen King. And so the next one, this was the other one that I had on Blu-ray, and it was originally exclusive to this set, so of course I didn't have it on 4K, and that's going to be Sweeney Todd. And I am a big fan of Tim Burton. I was going through my Blu-ray.com app. I was watching my buddy Brian, Last Movie Standing. I was watching his video. He's got a video up on his channel right now talking about the apps that he uses for his movie collecting. Definitely go check that out. He's got some good opinions about the app that he uses and how he uses it. I was just earlier this year, introduced to the Blu-ray.com app. And for me, it does everything I need it to do. It's very similar to his app. But definitely go check out what he says about his stuff. You may like his better. But when he was going through that and the things that the features they offer in that app, I was going through on the Blu-ray.com app to see if they had it there too. And I didn't realize, but I think Tim Burton was one of the directors I had the most movies of in my collection, surprisingly enough. Or movies that have his name on it. But yeah, this is pretty dope. This looks just like the Blu-ray did. It's the exact same artwork, except they took off. I want to say it just had Blu-ray. It didn't even say Blu-ray or DVD, or it didn't say anything because it was just a standard. It was in a standard Blu-ray case and standard Blu-ray, in general. But yeah, it's the exact same artwork that was on the Blu-ray. So that's dope. But of course, I didn't have this movie because, as far as I know, it didn't exist until this box set, at least on 4K. They have released it recently, I believe. I really like that movie, and I'm talking about Rosemary's Baby. I can see why people say it's a hard watch. It can be. It's not a movie. It's not a movie that I will say that I watch all the time. I have to be in the mood to watch it. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. There's definitely movies like that. I just recently watched The Hills Have Eyes for the first time a few months ago, and I'm definitely gonna have to be in a certain mood to rewatch that, just due to a certain just due to a certain scene in that movie that I did not particularly enjoy. Okay, so I believe. Oh, okay. I believe that might be in here. I was wondering. So I'm going back. Okay, it is. I'm going back and looking at this. What was under? It must be underneath the sticker set. It is. Like there's the pin. So there's a pin set in this. Excuse me. There's the pin. So in the the second set comes with a green set, and it comes with a green pin. I think I'm like I said, I think I'm really want to try to collect all of these sets. And the second set, I'm not gonna lie, I like the movies in the second set better, but I chose this because I was talking to a friend. Um, I was talking to a friend, and that's really what sealed the deal. Was I was talking to a friend about certain movies in this box set, and when I found out that friend didn't have some, I knew that I could buy this box set, give it to a friend, and it was more bang for buck in my mind all the way around because I could help give something to somebody, and you know, um, and I got 5 movies for under $50 of the sticker price, so that's less than $10 a piece. Now this next one, I believe, no, I don't. I believe my son has it. He has a 4 pack. I think it's a Paramount 4 pack, but it's a horror 4 pack on Blu-ray that has this movie in it. But I don't have this movie. I've never seen it. Actually, hang on a sec. I don't think I showed. There's the back of the Sweeney Todd. It's got the barber cutter. It's got the knife. That's tight, right? Sorry about that. I keep getting off topic. But yeah, and that's gonna be Crawl. That's the name of it, right? Crawl. Yeah, I've never seen this one before. I know it's about an alligator, and I know a lot of people really like their alligator movies. It's got the danger alligator sign, alligator in the water type of sign. So that's pretty cool. I like that for the artwork. I really like this. Like the whole box set together really does come together as like a premium type of box. Obviously, they didn't change anything with any of the artworks. They literally put standard releases in these. Now, these box sets kind of have no rhyme or reason, in my opinion. This one nor the second set. Like I said, I like the movies in the second set better. That second set for me, based on 2 movies alone, I really want that set. It's got Breakdown and Friday the 13th Part 2. I would really, really love to get that for those 2 alone. But hey, this is a nice box set. I would suggest anybody to get it because you still get your new movies, you still get your digital codes and all that. Um, So I know we got a few people in here watching. Would anybody like for me to maybe flash a free movie on the screen? It is spooky season, and I do have a scary movie I can give you. If you guys want to let me know in the chat down below. I did say something earlier about a possible free movie. So yeah, like I said, I really dig this set. I think, like I said, I think I'm gonna try to get me a get my hands on the get my hands on the volume 2 set. I would like to get that one as well. They are really neat. It is kind of the bee's knees. And for the price of like 47, $48, getting 4 or 5 movies, that's a good price. I mean, in the second set you only get 4 movies, but you get a really nice full-size poster as well, so that's kind of cool. But I feel like the 4 movies in that set are better than the 5 in this set. I might be wrong. I've never seen Orphan First Kill. And what's the 4th movie in that? And World War Z. World War Z's fun, but I haven't seen it in so long. I can't say that it's better than anything in this box set. You know what I'm saying? I have it on 3D Blu-ray still from years and years and years ago. Great movie in 3D, you know. Let's see what we got here. Right, there we go. I love Sweeney Todd, and just like you, I'm a big fan. Yeah, Tim Burton's great. Like I had no idea I had that many of his movies in my collection, but I sure do. You know, it's kind of surprising. Oh no. Oh. Uh-oh. I think there's rumors that the last Blockbuster that's still open is about to shut down. I don't like that. Okay. You do a live stream watch party for Stephen King movies on Saturday. That's awesome. Everybody go check out her channel for that. I bet that's a lot of fun. Um Everybody, apparently, everybody likes to do everybody likes to do watch parties. I don't mind doing watch parties. It's been kind of fun so far. And make sure you guys go subscribe to her. She's doing content over there. Oh, it's not on your channel, so that I don't miss my messages for some reason. Every time I try to see what's on my message on the ones. Yeah, sometimes live streams can be funky and everything. See what people are doing on content. Yeah, yeah. Cody, what's up, dude? Thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate you popping in, saying hey, reminding everybody to hit that like button. I really appreciate that. That helps out a lot. Obviously, you know that. That's why we always say it. I hope you're doing good tonight, Cody. I really enjoyed hanging out with you and Garrett last night. The Rad Dudes had a freaking awesome stream last night over on Born to Be Rad. Them guys get together once every other month or so. I think it's about once every other month. You can totally correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's about once every other month. And I always have a fun time hanging out with them guys. They always have a good, like, they always have a good time. Like, we always have fun over there. They were showing off Halloween costumes tonight. So uh from like, you know, growing up. I say from growing up, but obviously, I mean, they're not. I mean, I say obviously they're grown men, they're not dressing up, but they were dressed up last night on the Rad Dude stream. So go check it out. Cody didn't get to make it though last night. It was Justin was sitting in for Cody. But you know, it was still pretty fun. I missed Cody. I hope he shows back up to the next one. Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure. Like I always have a good I always have a good time. I always have a good time in your guys' streams. Get the code. I'm not fast enough. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I could try it. Yeah, every other month. Yeah. Uh, I know you guys are. I mean, Garrett's super busy, and I know you stay pretty busy too. But man, I'd really like to see the Rad Dudes become a monthly thing. But I know he's pretty busy doing Rad Pack once a month and Dead Pit almost once a week. At least in October, it's like a once a week with the Dead Pit guys. So, but I'd love to see Rad Dudes every month. Like I'd spend a Friday or a Saturday night every month hanging out with the Rad Dudes. But yeah, Cody, I was just kind of showing off what I got. Like I got all of this just in the last week. This is like my week pickups, my guy. I got that part one, that volume one box set. I had to get this like for the price. I paid less than $10 for it when it was said and done with some credits and stuff that I had. So good price for that. And then some video games. We got Alone in the Dark on PS5 and D on the 3DO, which was really cool. And I don't know, Cody. Cody, let me know if you ever seen this one, dude. You see some of those more obscure horror movies. This is a horror movie from Canada from 2021. It was released in 2022. But it's a vampire love story. I should have asked Tiana if she had seen it, because she would know. She'd probably know more so. We get a lot of Canadian movies in stock at my Big Lots, it seems like. That might be par for the course, though, just what they get, you know? You've not seen it? Yeah, I've not seen it either. I'm kind of excited to check it out. I mean, for $3, it comes with a really cool slipcover. Maybe some people should go get it so I don't beat them with a $3 slipcover on Bob's next game night. But no, it looks all right. It's made by XYZ Films and Decal Studios, which I know Decal's been bringing out a lot of stuff with Neon lately. Decal did Pig with Neon. So if this is kind of along those lines, it might be pretty good. So, well, I think that's going to do it tonight. Unless, like I said, I got a code I could give away. I don't know how to do it on. I don't know how to do it on here. Hang on. I might be able to do. Let me try something real quick. I might still be able to do a. Here we go. I might be able to still give away a code through the chat. No, I was doing it through StreamYards, and you have to have it set up through StreamYards. I was hoping that I could do it through YouTube, but I've not seen it, man. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna check it out, man. I'll let you know. It might be all right. Well, I haven't heard anybody say anything about wanting a code except for Nanette. This has a QR code, Nanette. So if you want to grab it up, it's the only horror movie I think I have here tonight. Let me double check. That's what I'm giving away. Yeah, pretty much for the most part. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. She changed channels and usernames. So we have a few people in here that have a couple channels that do that sometimes. So I've subscribed to both of Nanette's channels tonight. Yo, Steve, what's up, dude? I just was kind of showing off some of the horror stuff I grabbed up this week. I had a pretty active week in horror get-ups. Obviously, you can kind of see it here. But I got the Paramount Presents box set. That was in the thumbnail. And my limited run pickup, which was in the thumbnail, was D for the 3DO. Very cool. They've sent me a replacement copy that will actually play in my 3DO console and isn't a burnt disc. And then we got another movie and another game. We got a vampire love story movie called Kicking Blood, right? Yeah, Kicking Blood. And then we got the Alone in the Dark for PS5 for only $15. So, yeah, and I paid like $9 for this. So, like less than $30 for all this sweet ass like horror swag I got this week. Like I said, this was a replacement disc for something that I bought earlier this year, but it came just in time for Halloween, so that's really cool. And very exciting because I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, that's kind of what I had to show off this evening, Steve. Like I said, and yep, we subscribed to both of Nanette's channels. That's great. We got some. Got some new channels to follow. So this is this has a QR code on it. A lot of the people that are in the chat may already have this movie digital, but if you have a phone, Nanette, you can pull your phone out and you may be able to get it scanned before anyone else can, and you can redeem it. It is in it. It is within a non expiration date. Oh, hey, what's up, Eli? Thanks for popping in, dude. I was just kind of like I said, I was just kind of showing off what I got this last week. It was some horror stuff, couple movies in the game, $3 movie, $15 PS5 game. I don't know, Eli. I can't recall if you do gaming. If you do, I got this Alone in the Dark at Walmart for $15. They had quite a bit of $15 PS5 games kind of like clearanced or marked down to move out, I guess. So go check your Walmart if you game. You might find some really good ones. Like this is still a $60 game everywhere else I go. So I'm very excited to check it out. And then I ended up getting D on the 3DO, and I got this really cool Paramount Scares box that obviously everybody talked about this a year ago. Obviously, I'm always a little bit behind, but hell, dude, I paid $9.11 for this, so I don't care being a year behind. I don't think I'll get that lucky with Volume 2, and the Volume 2 movies I like better, so I'd be a little more inclined to paying the full price for Volume 2. So, and then I'm going to give away Evil Dead Rise. Does anybody want Evil Dead Rise? If nobody wants it, I won't show it on the live stream, and I'll give it away later. But I have a code for Evil Dead Rise, and it is a 4K UHD code. It should redeem in 4K. If anybody wants that, it's gonna have a QR code on it, so I can show it in the live stream, and you can scan it. But I'd like to give it to somebody that's in the live, just because I you okay. If you want to pull your phone out in the net, and if you're watching or if you're on your phone, it may be a little hard to do that. But if you're watching on your computer or on a TV or something, pull your phone out. I'm just gonna throw it up on the screen, so it's gonna go to the first one that can get it. What do you guys think is fair? Should I do? Yeah, man, I'm having like I said, I'm having a great week. I can't complain, man. I got all this sweet horror swag for like $30. I got 2 new games, and well, there's 5 movies in this, so six new movies and 2 new games to play this week for like $30. Pretty damn good deal. Now, what do you guys think will be fair? Should I just show off the code, or should I show off the QR image? If I show off the code, you have to type it in, and it makes it a little bit more of a game. And I do have it going. I do have this live stream going on Twitch as well as YouTube, so it's kind of anyone's game. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half, and I'm not going to show off the QR code. I'm going to show off. I think that's the more fair way to do it. I'm going to show off the actual code, the actual redemption code. If we can read it, I think we can. So, all right, guys. We're going to give it 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure to kind of pause it there. And please let me know if you got this. And I'd like it if somebody could get it that's in the live, so they can let me know they got it, and I can just kind of throw the code away. And if for some reason somebody in the live doesn't, and somebody on the replay decides to snag it, but I think I left it up long enough for anybody to be able to pause the stream and grab the code. Dude, that's dope. I couldn't afford it this time. Like I wouldn't mind getting that because I know it's super limited, but I'm just not financially in the spot right now to be doing all those new big boxes and full price releases at the moment. I'm really just trying to make sure I save up and take care of all the things my kids want for Christmas. I got 3 of them kids, and they're all at ages where they don't I can't get them good on cheap thrills anymore. They're all quite old enough to legitimately ask for what they want. So I gotta make sure, I gotta walk that fine line of making sure that I'm being a good dad and getting them the things that they want, because I've already started them up on collections and things, you know. So I can't tell them that their collections gotta suck so mine can prosper. We can all have nice collections, and so sometimes I have to miss out on those $65, $75 releases. The sad thing is I kind of got into movie collecting. Not into movie collecting. I got back into heavy movie collecting because it was cheaper than collecting games heavily. And because I was collecting games for real heavily for a while, and games are like, they're up to $75 a piece now. And I'm like, well, games aren't really worth $75. Um, $75 to me anymore. I think I'm going to mess around with movies, and movies were, anywhere from like $20 to $25 for a really nice Lionsgate steelbook, and like 4K movies were $25 to $30 depending on slipcover steelbook. Well, now you go and it's $30 for a standard 4K slipcover and $35 for a steelbook on a standard studio release if you're lucky. And now they're doing things like the Deadpool Wolverine steelbook where people paid $72 for that. That's the price of a video game. And if I'm going to spend $72, I'm just going to buy a video game. I'll get a lot more time out of that game than I'm going to get out of one movie. Even if I watch all the special features and all that, 9 times out of 10, a $70 game is giving me more time spent on it than a $70 movie. So I'm not really digging those types of prices right now. And my, like I said, my kids are all at the ages like that they're not cheap. Yeah, three kids yourself. Yeah, so you get it, but I don't know if you have one that you're buying cars for and all that now. Like I'm at a point where I got one I'm buying cars for, one that I'm buying preteen stuff for, and then a younger one that is just old enough to start asking for Nintendo Switches and video games and stuff like that. So none of the three of them like cheap things. I did that to myself. But with the 16-year-old, I provided with him with a car this year. I'm still needing to kind of help fix some things up on that, and I just have other things that I have to put my money to, more or less. That's just kind of, I'm kind of to the point where like I've never seen Trick or Treat, so I can't blind buy it for like 60. What was it, 66 or whatever. I can't blind buy it when I know that there's probably going to be a flood of DVDs hitting the market now, and I might be able to at least just get the movie to watch it. That's just the sad thing. That's just kind of the reality that I'm living today. I don't have credit cards that I buy movies with. The problem that I have is, oh, that's great. I'm glad they survived that, Sarah. The problem that I have is that because, oh, you couldn't read it. Could you pause it and read it? Like, it should be pretty legible. That's a 7.3 there at the beginning. 7.3T, I think. I kind of folded it. Yeah, and see, and I'm not even really paying that much for like TV shows anymore, because I'm straight with TV shows on DVD unless it's has a 4K. Like I might dabble in some 4K TV shows now and then, but they're just not worth. It's just not worth it to me. I'm not a format. I'm not into the whole format thing. Like I spent so many years, like, so I I started buying Blu-ray basically the day I got a PS3. I bought 3 Blu-ray movies with a PS3. Um and then I started buying AC DVD, or not HD DVD. I started buying 4K Blu-rays the day the Xbox One S come out. I got the Gears of War Xbox One S and 3 4K Blu-rays to go along with it. So I jump on the formats pretty early on, and I'm just seeing less and less of a reason to invest all this extra money in slight upgrades. Like, my OLED TV does a really good job making my Blu-rays look good. So I'm not going to necessarily invest all this money into these movies that, one, maybe I've never seen, and two, um, to me, a lot of movies just ain't worth that price. Like, The Hitcher, honestly, it was only worth that price because of 3 years of buildup of them announcing that they were going to release that, and they teased me for 3 years with that particular release. To be honest, if I would have known there was going to be a United States studio release of it, I probably would have waited for the Warner Brothers studio release of The Hitcher on 4K and just been fine with that for $25. I am just one of those cheap collectors, sadly. Plus, like I said, I I buy all my kids premium stuff. Yeah, yeah. So you got them the same age. Um, and I like I said, I buy them all the premium stuff too. So I just and maybe my problem is I dabble in too many different things that I collect. Like, I collect video games, vinyl CDs or vinyls, CDs, movies, game consoles. Like, maybe I just collect a little bit too much to be able to just tie it to one thing. I mean, this is the best that I can do with showing it off. This is the best it'll look. That's the code for Evil Dead Rise. It looks pretty solid there. If you can pause it, I mean, there's that QR code if you think you can snag it. But I try not to show the QR codes off because usually somebody can snag it quicker than they can snag a code. And I was trying to help you get it. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for popping in. I actually have to be getting off of here because this studio that I'm using keeps me at a 2-hour limit for the free part, and I use the free streaming. I could have done StreamYard, but I'm trying to test this one out. And to be honest, they give you 1080p for this. They give you 1080p for the streaming, and if I'm on a 2-hour limit, it limits me, and I don't have to sit here and talk your guys' ear off for longer than the 2 minutes. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I love to collect stuff, but maybe it's just that maybe I'm too cheap for the game. I don't know. I I got other responsibilities going on right now, and if I don't have the money in the here and now when something comes out, I don't buy it. And I don't pre-order movies because I learned a long time ago when I used to pre-order games that companies decide that they can give you half-baked items. When you pre-order it, they already have that money. They don't have to finish the product up to par to release it for you. And after last year, I bought a whole bunch of new releases last year. And after last year, after 2023 of being part of the YouTube community, I realized too many disc replacement programs were coming up for the premium price that they were charging. That's kind of where my mindset went to, is you charge all this money and you get a pre-order price out of me, and the product comes. Oh, I just tried decoding it word. Thanks. No problem, Smirk. You got it, my dude. I appreciate it. Thanks for popping in. I'm glad that somebody that was live got the code. I do appreciate it. I have to go ahead and get off here, everybody. Thanks for joining tonight. I really appreciate it all. Maybe my next one will be back in StreamYard. It'll be back to 720p, but I can go longer than 2 hours. or maybe I'll just do other streams in general and just keep it at 2 hours and start doing more of them. But I'm going to go ahead and get off here before they kick me off here, because they're going to kick me. It's ending in a few seconds. So until next time, everyone, later. Thanks for popping in. Bye.